But when the camera zoomed in on her answer sheet, Chloe's smile vanished. The cafeteria fell so silent you could hear a pin drop. Every eye was glued to the grainy security footage projected onto the whiteboard, the hum of the projector the only sound cutting through the tension. Chloe stood at the front, her chest puffed out with that same arrogant confidence she'd worn since test day, until the principal zoomed in on her answer sheet. At first, I didn't see it. The camera angle was awkward, tilted slightly upward from the corner of the exam room, but then the principal adjusted the focus, sharpening the blurry scribbles into legible marks. My blood ran cold. Chloe wasn't writing the math answers. She was writing nonsense. Page after page of her test booklet was filled with looping, unintelligible scrawls, curves and lines that looked more like a toddler's doodles than algebraic solutions. There were no numbers, no variables, no equations. Just chaos. The calculus problem she'd bragged about acing, her sheet for that section was blank except for a single red smudge, like she'd pressed her mushroom-stained finger against the paper. Chloe's face drained of color. Her mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. The students around her murmured, confused at first, then horrified as the truth sank in. "What is that?" someone whispered. "Is that a joke?" another asked, but their voices lacked any humor. They'd handed over their life savings, allowance money, birthday cash, money they'd scraped together from part-time jobs flipping burgers and babysitting, for a batch of poisonous mushrooms, all because Chloe had sworn they worked. I don't understand," Chloe stammered, her voice cracking. She reached for the principal's tablet, but he stepped back, holding it out of her reach. "That's not my test. That's a mistake. I wrote the answers. I saw them. I swear I saw them floating above the desk." The principal's expression was grim. "Ms. Carter, I have footage of you in that exam room for 3 hours. You spent the first 40 minutes staring at the ceiling like it held the secrets of the universe, then you started scribbling those marks. You didn't even glance at the questions half the time." He paused, his gaze sweeping over the crowd of students who'd followed Chloe's lead. "And for the rest of you, you claim you saw answers too? Let's pull your sheets up then." One by one, the principal called up the test papers of Chloe's mushroom squad. The results were the same. Nonsense scribbles. Blank pages. A few students had written down random numbers, ones that didn't match any of the multiple choice options. One girl had filled her entire booklet with the word mushroom repeated over and over again. The cafeteria erupted into chaos. "You lied to us," a boy screamed, charging at Chloe. Security guards grabbed him before he could reach her, but his words hung in the air, heavy and venomous. "I gave you $500. My mom is going to kill me. I skipped my chemistry final to buy those mushrooms," a girl sobbed, her face buried in her hands. "I'm going to fail senior year." Chloe tried to defend herself, her voice rising above the din. "I didn't lie. The mushrooms worked for me. I saw the answers. I know I did." But no one was listening. The students who'd missed out on the mushroom craze were jeering, pointing, and laughing, while those who'd bought in were either crying or screaming threats. I stood in the back, watching it all unfold, a cold, hollow feeling in my chest. This wasn't how I'd planned it. I'd wanted Chloe to eat the mushrooms, to either end up in the ER or flop the test, to learn that shortcuts don't work. I'd wanted her to face the consequences of her own greed and stupidity, not drag half the senior class down with her. And I certainly hadn't expected the mushrooms to cause hallucinations this severe, hallucinations that made her think she was writing correct answers when she was actually scribbling gibberish. Amanita muscaria isn't just a hallucinogen. It's a deliriant. The people who eat it don't just see things, they lose touch with reality entirely. They can't distinguish between what's